and they rocking. In them buckets, all my homies up in here vibing. To my household, real I die for. Creeping off in that Tahoe. All about the dead large on. Don't stop the party. We be getting gnarly. Oh, King Wasabi, homie. Cause it's the same old. Just a different day. Out here trying to get it.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks and the Michigan Wolverines.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Barbosa in at two guard, and it's Gaines in at the center, locking down the middle. Barbosa gets the bucket.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Now here is Barbosa. And the layup is good. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
Here's Barbosa. Inside, Gaines, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
And for the Wolverines, they have one official title in 1989. Have made it into the college championship game a lot of other times. Finished 5 times as the runner-up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jayhawks. Dedmon's checked in, and it's Duncan in for Oubre.
And there are highs and lows in the Michigan program. Overall, you have to give them credit for being a persistent presence in the tournament. A lot of iconic moments have involved the Maize and Blue.
Now here's Knight. Stevenson kicks to Jones. Off target from outside.
Boy, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
Knight against Williams. Here's Barbosa. And he banks in the layup. Barbosa's got his third basket of the night.
Wow. And what a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
And the Jayhawks with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. No good from Duncan.
The defense ready for him on that possession. possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
The shot by Knight, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Cunningham is out there with Taylor. Then it's Jones. And it's Knight in at the 2.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
And for Kansas, Barbosa, he's in at small forward. Williams is out there with Duncan. And it's Dedmon in at the 4 slot. So Michigan ends up going with the new group. Both teams deciding to change it up. 51 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros. All of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest of all time. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
Stevenson kicks to Jones. Offensive rebound. Cunningham. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
So both teams making some changes here. And so he hits both. Here's Duncan. With 1 on the clock and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Jayhawks out front, up 5. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the second half of college hoops underway. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Jones is out there with Ellis. And it's Smith, and there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
The Jayhawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That's good from Gaines. Here's Flash. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Barbosa. He's in at shooting guard. And it's Gaines in at the 5. Crawford. Stolen. Lee dishes to Barbosa. "13 feet away." Rebound by Smith.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
There's the double team with Barbosa. Crawford kicks to Jones. And the shot is good. Jones has got his first points in this one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Both teams will make substitutions. Jayhawks leading by 6. Here's the screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it, and you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
Right, he's checked in for Smith. Now here's Banks. And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. And he gets it to go. Here's Flash. Outside Jefferson. Pass to Flash. Screen by Ellis. Flash passes to Ellis. From the high post, he drills it.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And Jenkins kicks to Calderon. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Here's Barbosa. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Let's go. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Jefferson against Calderon. Screen by Ellis. Outside Banks. Ellis with a screen on Barbosa. It's Banks with the drive, and he gets it to go.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Barbosa against Banks. And again, another basket good from Barbosa. Barbosa's got 12 in the game.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Michigan making some changes. Smith checked in for Taylor. Ellis comes in for Wright, and Flash is subbed in for Knight. Kansas also making some changes. Terry's checked in, and Freak subbed in for Daniels. We've got Ellis. He's out there with Smith. Flash out there with Jones. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. Here's Barbosa. No good from 18.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Flash. Here's Smith. Gets it to fall from the right block. Smith's got it back down to within single digits for the Wolverines. And the Jayhawks with possession. And here is Lee. Passes it to Barbosa. 1:39 left in the second half. Ellis with some nice D. Here's Flash. The dish to Smith. Smith on the wing. Pass to Flash. Smith with a screen on Lee. Back to Smith. And there's another one for the Wolverines.
Really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Jayhawks leading by 6. Lee goes in. Here's Barbosa. No good. Nice D from Crawford.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
And the defense we've seen today reminds me of that great defensive era back in the 80s. Wouldn't you say so, Clark?
Well, hold up now, Greg. Let's wait a minute. I know you played in the 90s and you were part of the Knicks teams that were known for defense and mugging guys. But there was defense played in the 80s, but it was a more free-flowing offensive game, and that's the way I choose to look at what we're seeing now. This is the beautiful game on display between the lines.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Barbosa's shot is off.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
Here's Flash. A three-pointer off the mark. And that's an intentional foul.
John Smith. That's his third personal foul.
And so here's Kansas. Barbosa for three. Missed. And so the Jayhawks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building